So this is kind of echoing a previous Pisces reading I did like 2 years ago. But I kept having a dream about the one part I said in the video because it's split into two. One of them is called gently, what is it? Deeply penetrated, gently appreciated. The other one is the gusto. It's like a vegetarian recess, or you're the new virgin about something. That could be you breaking into a new genre or something like that. But what did I get from it? Was a Pisces reading. So if it's a Pisces energy surrounding, you don't have to be a Pisces, but if it's a Piscean type of energy is that would be Neptunio. Neptunio would be ethereal. So ethereal would be spiritually, divinely connected. Okay, spiritually connected. I'm led to just say it how it pops right into my head. It means you know from your third eye, that heightened intuition, that third eye chakra, what time it is. So I was told let the juices flow. Guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I can't even upload those other two videos again, but they're in the playlist. But I put them on the poster board so y'all can go watch those videos. I even recreated some shorts so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But keep in mind, take a rest next label does not. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, another thing I'm getting is we're gonna pray about this, okay? Our Rab, we have wronged our souls. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we shall certainly be of the losers. I mean, so you don't want to accidentally get on the wrong side of the tracks about what you know to be true because you got an ego death. Someone got an ego death and didn't expect to have an ego death. You could have went through an ego death before, but this ego death slapped you in the face a little bit, slapped you upside the back of your head. I feel like that, not like violence, smack you in the face, but just popped you upside the back of your head in a sense, like fool, what you doing, kind of thing. So the hadith about the prophet fasting from his wives for 28 days. 28 days. The reason he did that was because they kept complaining to him about worldly stuff. That's what I'm getting. That popped into my head too. You kept the women kept wanting. Now, remind you, when he was married to Sister Khadijah, well, peace and blessings be upon him, first of all, and peace and blessings be to his family. When he was married to Khadijah, Khadijah was the wealthy one. That was his first wife. And he was 25 and she was 40 years old. She already had children from a previous marriage. That was his first marriage. They went on to have a few more children. Uh, she was wealthy from a previous marriage. She was a widow. So she was very wealthy. So when he got called to Islam, she supported it financially until she used up all her wealth to support him. And that's not a downer. That's not we're not saying this from an egoic space. We were saying this because that's what he loved the most. The reason he loved her the most is because she was the first person to have ever supported his transformation, his egoic death from the worldly desires to the conviction, to what God called him to do. So there could be an experience with a man and a woman, or the man is having that egoic experience. Even the woman is having an egoic experience because they both saw a prophecy where they were supposed to be together, where they would have a peacemaker in between them, relaying messages from each other to each other. So if the peacemaker would deliver a message from Khadijah to Muhammad saying that she's interested in him, that she likes him, and things like that. Muhammad is kind of shy. He didn't have her wealth, but he had her heart, you know what I mean? But he worked for her for a little bit of time, according to the hadith. In this case, Khadijah had already passed away. So it took him about 3 years to remarry. And when he started remarrying, he had multiple wives. So the point I'm trying to make is at this point, he didn't have the material access. By the time he was deep into his prophecy, he was deep into what he was led to do, but he didn't have the financial means that other husbands had to do their wives, like to give them other worldly things. But what he could give them is religion, is the direct access to get to heaven, which is better than worldly desires. But these women got to complaining, his multiple wives got to complaining about what they want from the worldly desires, whether it's more clothes, more anything you could think of that's tangible that they want. I want a bigger house. I want more shoes, or I want fancier garbs. I want this or that. And he got so aggravated with these women. He would never he was like very kind to them, but he didn't curse them. And he fasted from them, which means he refrained from them for 28 days. 28 days. So when he finally did come back, he asked the women, you know, if you want the worldly desires, you can have them, but I will divorce you and you can have whatever you want. You should have whatever you want, just not with me. If you don't want to divorce me, I don't, it's not one of those conversations. Hold on. Needless to say, the women chose to stay married to him because they realized the benefit of being with this person. I get what I get from that is you could be a person you, who's so independent, or your independence is starting to be weaponized against you now. You got to watch the third party. The third party is always the devil. He's a chief deceiver. He will make you think that you need to be more independent than what God is telling you you need to be. What do I mean when I say that? You got somebody here, you got two different feminine energies, or multiple feminine energies in general, competing with you, and you also have you. There's you. You're in a different space from them, but you're all in the same situation. Or maybe you're like, it's like your marriage to this person is connected ethereally, from an ethereal space, or your connection period is just have an inner knowing about each other. That's what I get from the Piscean energy. You also being chin checked about being too much in your independence, about something about monasticism. What does that mean? There's no celibacy, too, not for too long, when it comes to conviction. If you're like that, or if you've just been single for too long, or been by yourself for a long time, you got to get back out there. God is sending you messages. He's been calling. He's been sending messages. He's even sent the person to your face. Like, the person could have kissed you on your lips and you don't see the big picture. You see what I'm saying? Now you're just being too stubborn. So now that's where you're getting chin checked. Okay, you could have had a recent tower moment, and it's also a death of transformation. So that's like both sides of Scorpio energy, because the death of transformation would be the Pluto side. The tower is the Mars side. Like, you are fighting tooth and nail about something that doesn't even concern you. What do I mean when I say that? You can have your own life, but it's not the whole picture. It's not that. And that's one mass to the conglomerate. Then you got the death of transformation, which is in reverse in my premonition, because when it's in the upright, it's a change. It's an egoic death. But you were fighting it tooth and nail to the extent where it's in the reverse. Now it's twice as likely to be an egoic death, because I said what I said. That's what I'm getting. It's like, do you want your independence or do you want me? This is the Most High speaking to you now. It may come off like there's a partnership, and you're coming off like that and a partnership is not really the partner. It's like, and you know this from personal experience, you could be used as a vessel to send divine messages to. This person is being used as a vessel to send a divine message to you. Make your choice now. Do you want your independence? Because you're independent, I will allow it, but you will be independent from me. Bold that statement. If you know, you know. You don't afford for your best friend to be independent from you. He woke you up this morning. So it's one of those experiences where you really need to get your head out your ass, in a sense. Stop being so damn stubborn, and stop being so damn afraid. Like, what is it? Whatever it is that you're afraid of, it could be fixed. Is what you think is big is small. So all these cards, I shuffled these cards 2 weeks ago, and I leave them face down, so I don't know what they are. But they're 2 weeks. This whole spread is 2 weeks old, because it was just I don't give a fuck. There's a I don't give a fuck energy. Okay, there's something about you fighting tooth and nail about something you work so hard to attain, and you have a fear of losing it. When in actuality, the thing that's being presented to you is going to further amplify you. What it means is you outgrown the space. You don't need it anymore in the way that you once utilized it. You too mature for it now. Like you, like the old bit. Like I want to say bitch, but I want to say the old person in the club. It's like trying to do the club scene after you done had kids. And I don't want to be cliche and say after a certain point you can't have fun. You can do whatever makes you happy, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point is you don't need Pampers if you wear sanitary napkins. That's a big contrast. And it's a dignity issue. So that's a big thing here too, where you're being humbled. It's your turn to be reprimanded about something. You're always sometimes, and it's not even. I don't get it as you being arrogant by being the one who's usually doing the constructive criticism. Now it's your turn to be constructively critiqued, because this time you got to be more responsible, because you're not being your authentic self, or you're trying to hide your authentic self from the world, or because whether somebody wanted to annihilate you or ostracize you or not, you have a purpose. Okay, and you've been in this egoic space. It's a little bit of it's not a massive egoic space, but it's a little bit of a defense mechanism that you carry around with you that has been protecting you while you break barriers. I think you're a very innovative person. I think you have made a lot of change and people are heavily influenced by you. However, now it's time to be vulnerable. Like you're in that heart space, but you don't want everybody to know you in that heart space. And it's like, well, why the hell not? You're teaching. So sometimes you're in that heart space, and sometimes you have to operate from that heart space. So you have to get out of your mind, or get out of the overly logical space, logistic space. Or I don't want to say never mind the logistics, but what I'm saying is at this phase of it, you're bringing home ec tools to geometry class. They don't fit the bill for what you are bold-faced told to do. Because at first the signs were subtle. Now it's it's in your face now, and you're not listening. You're just not doing it. Where does the hypocrisy come in at that you don't want to do it? And why the hell not? Don't tell me you don't care, because it's obvious that you do. So, and then the other energy that's in here was somebody trying to cloak themselves. They copying you. And it's all the more reason you have to step up and represent and set by example. So I experience love wherever I go. I gotta go through all these cards again because I don't know what this message is going to say. I'm just gonna flip them all over. Love is everywhere. I'm loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. What I get from this energy, so as I was saying, this energy gives me, you've been exposed to many different spiritual capacities. Like there are some people who do uh I heard modern day witchcraft. Like this is career oriented here, but it's also an element of, this is where you found all the copycats, where you have a natural gift. You don't have to seek external validation, and you have a connection with the Most High. So you don't need the external validation. You go within. And what it also feels like is you've been in the hustle and bustle of combating these motherfuckers for so long that you forgot, you don't know that it's safe. You don't realize it's safe to come out of it. You don't, it's something else about, you got told on. So when you were sent everything that you were supposed to have, some of your abundance, you accidentally pushed it back or resisted it to some extent, and you got told on. So somebody prayed against you, like, look, you sent me here to tell this person a message. They're not listening. Okay? They still caught up. So this person could have internalized your actions, like this person's still caught up in the past. Okay? This person's still reacting as if it's the past. And you're getting told a thing or two. Bring this point full circle is the hadith about the prophet fasting from his wives for 28 days. But likewise, when he was with the first wife, when he was called to his prophecy, he was terrified because the angel came to him and told him Ikra, that means read. And he got scared and ran home to his partner and said, and he didn't know, he was trembling so bad that his partner put a blanket over him. So I get the nurturing aspect of your person is they satisfy your emotional needs. They have the ability to nurture you through this process if you can learn to receive it. But you're so afraid that it's finally happening. Mm-mm. I sense you're very aggravated, agitated, and short tempered. I feel like you are. Okay? And that's just the residue of where you came from. You're just deeply aggravated. Okay, even though you had to, this is like on one side of it, you are who you are, and you do combat people who seek that external validation. Like this looked like surface level shit to me. This looked like emotional manipulations. A lot of green and blue on this board, and it's also purple. Okay, I see a lot of psychic attacks. I see verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, or that could be where you and your person could have graduated from, and this person realized it before you did, and you're getting your ass handed back to you on account of how you handled it the first go round. But I don't feel like you're panicking. I just feel like you had this fasting, the same space somebody takes from you. You have the same space to reflect, not deflect. Reflect. Go within. But and likewise, I bring up the surface level external validation stuff because somewhere in your career, you almost they're trying to be like you, so you would be the leader in a lot of different aspects. So they're trying to come off like they're just as gifted as you, or just as lovable as you, or just as whatever it is about you. All that's what's special about you. In actuality, you don't they not supposed to be that close to you. But whatever you had to go through some of this stuff to get to the next step. Now you're at the next step, you need to graduate. It's like holding yourself back in a senior year in high school. When you got straight A's, you graduated. You can go ahead. You can do collegiate stuff, or you can do entrepreneurial stuff. You can do something else. Like you passed that phase, you don't need to do it again. Like you more than passed that phase, you aced it. So you're flexible and flowing. This look like this. I am open to the new and changing every moment presents a wonderful new opportunity to become more of who I am. This is a bunch of now the more I'm I don't think I initially picked up on a copycat energy. I just feel like this you doing you're so oblivious to what anybody else is doing because you're so laser focused on what you're doing. You don't realize that you're being siphoned, like your energy is being siphoned. Likewise, the whoever whatever the next phase of it or your connection is, they are connected to some pretty wicked people. Pretty wicked people. Look, I'm gonna read all this shit. Self-discipline. Tune into your inner commander. This is a dispelling of loneliness and self-doubt and instilling greater confidence in your decision making. Face your fears and know that you have the power to overcome them. So it's not like you don't have an initial fear because you wanted to be perfect. Like you've been practicing and practicing for so long that you don't know if it's good enough yet. Like you're like a somebody who's analytical, who's like a critique, a self critic. You're your own worst critic, and you're overly judging or criticizing yourself to the point where it's becoming a little severe, where you're gonna pop up upside the back of your head by your guides. You're the Most High. So on a certain, it's like it represents the passing of time. This you balance. You are a balance of yin and yang, and you're a sturdy and solitary type of energy, and it encourages you to break free from any type of unhealthy relationships in order to be autonomous. And you have to know that you are completely capable of making the right decisions for yourself. After all, it's your life. At the same time, yeah, it's your life, but you given a choice. If you're going to sit here in this energy, and you won't have the same power, the same guidance. You'll be external validity. You'll be blending in with the external validities when that's not your gift. So it's a very obvious answer. Go ahead, so to speak. What is this? Wisdom, abundance, good luck. You're highly prized and sacred, okay? And you're protected. You're a good healer, okay? Your dream come true to somebody. and you stimulate messages and you channel them into your dreams when placed on your third eye chakra. It's like a lot of stuff comes to you in the form of a dream, and your prosperity is being promoted right now. So your heart chakra is open, your third eye is open, and they're aligning. Everything about you is aligning, so you're having some kind of spiritual awakening, or you're witnessing. You're also connected to somebody to the extent where you can feel their ascension. You got some residue to get off of you too, like you're mirroring each other. So it boosts your ability to receive. That's what's happening for you right now. And you got a lot of blessings, so you need to get away from the copycats before they start siphoning your energy. It's like you're getting a full warning. Like I'm bold-faced telling you it's time to move. We got that thing we got to do. We got to move so that you don't lose everything. Wealth is nothing without your health. So true abundance is your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, good fortune, and you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So don't get lost, and don't revert back to an egoic space after you've had a spiritual ascension. What is this? Structure of the soul. It just feel like you've been fighting so long, you don't realize it's safe to come out. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. That's the problem. You having too much fun. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the Most High. He's giving you the support, and he's telling you you're being crazy, you're being a little hard-headed. Two of Pentacles tells me something. It's telling me something. Okay, you got the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, and the Empress in reverse. These energies attached to you is going to block your creativity. That's number one. They're going to become too codependent on you, or they're starting to smell your scent to the point where they are attaching to you on a subconscious, unconscious level. And likewise, they're not the dumbest pencil in the bunch. They do realize things, and they don't want to afford you to practice setting boundaries, healthy boundaries. This is a discernment card with the Hangman, which is that Piscean energy. What are you sitting on the fence about the wrong thing? And your Wheel of Fortune is right here, and so is your Six of Cups. So your person's here. Your person's here, whether you knew them since children or you knew them for many lifetimes, they're here. And they understand the real from the fake. So they're telling you, what are they telling you? King of Swords. You're a badass, full of life and possibilities. I always love this card. It's not a part of the deck, but I made it a part of the deck. It's like a introduction card, Five of Pentacles. You left me out in the cold. Knight of Pentacles. It's like the fact that it's already moving slow. There's a lot of pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles. Y'all been away from each other for so long that when y'all get to it, now that y'all cross paths again, y'all already have an inner knowing about each other, and y'all family already. Two of Wands is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is here twice. And the King of Wands is here. That's your person. Your fortune is right. I don't know how many readings I said something about a fortune, your fortune being wrapped up in this person. You've met your person. You cross paths with your person physically already. Think about your person. You've already met them. Okay? They've had these feelings. Y'all had these feelings for each other forever. Since forever. You got schedule. Avoid overwhelm. Save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing. You need to strike a balance with your work life and your personal life, and that's the problem. You don't know how to balance. You don't have balance. You're all or nothing. That's what that tells me. Train, exercise daily to keep your body and your spirit strong, and fulfill the energy you need to build your business. You're so dead set on one thing, both are present. Your algorithm's so high right now, both are present. You got the Wheel of Fortune here twice. Not so fast. I feel like this is you're not allowed to go in a different direction. This is the direction you're supposed to be in right now. Also, the copycats are trying to stop you from what you know to be true, what you know you're supposed to be doing with this person. Because the Wheel of Fortune's on both sides. Like, it's right next to this King of Wands. Look, this person know your value and they know your worth. They're not afraid to tell the truth for what it is. With this King of Swords is wise. You're a badass. I know exactly who you are. So this Five of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles and 10 Pentacles all next to each other. There are some people that got left behind, which would be the copycats. I feel like there was no hesitancy with what was recognized about you. There's no hesitancy. You have the hesitancy, and that's a problem. That's creating a problem. This person went back and repented to you. So even when you don't realize this person's being spiritual or being convicted, they catch on quick. So they're being convicted. They're practicing conviction without you even realizing it. Well, it wouldn't be for you to realize that's between them and God. Okay. On this side, you got Three of Pentacles in reverse. I don't want to work with them no more. I know who my real friends are. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody got cut off. You could be picking up on a lot of anxiety about somebody's reaction to this process, and they're all or nothing. They're structuring their soul. They're practicing self-discipline. They see you having fun doing it, so you inspired them to want to do it, and they're doing it. So where are you at in all of this? This person know they the shit too. With this King of Swords and this card, this red, they got passion for you. They also see red for you too. They'll kick the shit out of somebody for you. But their focus is there. I feel like it's an element of hurt feelings. I waited all this time, and they have a fear that they're not good enough, or you think they're not ready, and your nose is up at them. Somebody really repented against you. Like, this person hurt my feelings. I need justice. And I don't see the justice card out here, but I feel the justice. Okay? So your creativity, as long as you sit in this energy where you don't think it's the right thing to do, you're going to be blocked with this Empress in reverse. I feel like a curse out or a strong reprimand. Okay? Meanwhile, because you're not practicing your authenticity, and what is your authenticity is this. You see these beautiful colors? I choose love no matter what. If you do, then what's the problem? I'll get into it. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I will focus on will grow. And then you got self-love, replenish, and cherish. That's your stubbornness is overtaking the entire experience. You're just being a straight cock blocker to your enemy to your own progress. When this is supposed to be in the upright. Likewise, look, if you put all this together, this is somebody trying to be you, but that's not the case. But this is like this is not even a warning. This is what's going to happen. This is what's happening to you. If you're somebody who vibrates in love, you naturally shed layers of negative thought patterns and beliefs as you connect to the essence of your true self. That's why your algorithm's so high, because you practice all that self-love, and it helps you embrace new spiritual practices as a way of life, preventing you from picking up bad habits to begin with. It's like you'll make choices out of self-love, and this is where I think you tripped yourself up. It could have caused a little bit of confusion where you think you're making a decision out of self-love and you're honoring the highest version of yourself, and you're trusting that you'll make decisions for your highest good, and you're a natural form of cleansing toxins from the aura. There's both of y'all. One or both of you could have Cancer or Pisces in your chart. You just love. You radiate love. You don't care, you just do it. And it's interesting because this King of Swords has pink on the bottom. That's how they know you're a badass, because they're one too. So someone could also be struggling. Whatever they left behind, this person could be struggling. They don't have conviction, the strongest of conviction right now. It does not mean they can't in the future, but that cycle is done. There's a 10 of Pentacles, the completion. This is my person. So this person aligned with your person was aligned with you. Put them in the 10 of Pentacles. If they were aligned here, they would be progressing backwards too. And the Five of Pentacles. That's not it. You have to abandon. What I'm also getting is you have to abandon who doesn't know how to reciprocate what you can do. So if you can pray for somebody and they can't pray for you, common sense would say, leave them be. Leave them where they're at. And this is like impulsivity, or it's just fighting not to move. Not you're making the wrong choice somewhere along the lines. But why are you making the wrong choice along the lines? Okay? You have the moon. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace on the world and attack, pain, and fear. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So you didn't know that, you didn't realize you were showing up fucked up like that. This person is mirroring back to you where you're keeping yourself isolated and ostracized when you're supposed to be here. You're putting yourself in a Five of Pentacles, you're supposed to be at the 10. Why are you turning your back on your person? And then there's a Knight of Pentacles here, which is forward moving, but it's rock solid. This tells me that it's solid. It's moving forward, but it's solid. And if you're not careful, the wrong energy is going to move towards your 10 of Pentacles and have your 10 of Pentacles, benefit from it. I would say what's yours is yours, but you're going to have the wrong energies siphoning from it. So it can never be its full potential. Or at least that's what you think. I think there's an underlying sense of arrogance here by way of truth, but now it's pulling out the arrogance by way of foolery too, because you got a nerve. I keep hearing you have a lot of nerve. You do not get to do that because you are where you're at. You can be humble too. I don't know where this sense of pride is coming from with you. Like somebody's deeply upset with you, and they prayed for you, but it's actually a reprimand. Even the Most High reprimanded the wives of the prophet. He told them perhaps repentance is better for you if you only but knew that. So this is one of those situations where your ungratefulness, you offended your husband being ungrateful for what he can do instead of worrying about what he's not doing. There it is. He could do a lot. He has done a lot. He is doing a lot. And it's not in the way that you think it should be done. Excuse me, you're not the Most High, kind of thing. But he's too kind, and he's not abusive to you because he knows who you are. He won't say that to you. He'll just pray against you. This person's offended me. This person crossed the line with me. So even if you're not legally married, you still know each other from many lifetimes or something like that. Like you both are married. The Wheel of Fortune is here twice. It's here twice. And I think it's like very cut and dry where you're made to realize you're being a disrespectful partner with the Empress being in reverse. If this is what you think you should be doing, and this is Pentacles, so this would be tangible success. If this is what you think end all, be all is for you, then all of that, what was the point of all that healing and self-discipline? Like you've entered into conviction under false pretenses, or you're misusing and abusing it in some way or another. This is going to take you off of spiritual guidance with the Two of Wands. That's your protection. And you're almost pushing it away. Why are you doing that? That's where the ego death is coming in. You have an ego death. A lot of people read in favor of the women, but this time the woman is wrong in this case. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. You're not collaborating, and the Page of Pentacles, like we can't even start the process because your head is screwed on backwards. All your progressive cards, Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, embarking on a new journey. Three of Pentacles, collaboration. Two of Wands is I could stay where I'm at, or I can proceed in a new direction, a better direction where I'm more fulfilled and satisfied. This is giving me straight hypocrisy. This is giving me, you need to mind your business a little bit better because you're messing this up. This is giving me, if you got some kind of underlying abandonment issue or still struggling through it, now's the time to start praying on it and get that together, because You got what you got because you are humble. And obviously, you're not a bad person. Obviously, you're a very beautiful person. And obviously, you're not realizing you are surrounded by people who are nothing like you. They're absolutely nothing like you. They're not empresses in the upright, they're empresses in reverse. So they could, I feel like with that, with this Five of Pentacles, they could be, the familiarity is where you already came from. So you think you can tolerate it. You think that you can work around it because it's familiar. So you know what to do with it. So why are you still there? Why are you still physically in that space? You should be spiritually moving. These are people who don't spiritually move. These are people who are stagnant. These are people who play passive victim, who didn't answer the call, who don't pray. So I didn't expect all that to happen. You didn't expect all that to happen, but now's the time. This person is beyond distraught. I heard distraught, not disappointed. I heard distraught. Is this for real? Like, is this a joke? Like, I know I'm not the one that's crazy. I know I'm not the one that's tripping. I know when I'm wrong, but I'm rarely ever wrong. I know I'm not the one that's tripping. Confirmation. Okay, let's get to your person. We're going to leave this King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, Badass over here, and this Ten of Pentacles. I walked away like a G from everything I knew to be true and comfortable for me. Two of Pentacles. This is progress anyway. You got 2, 5, page night. 2, 3, 5, page night. Like this back and like it's tipsy topsy. You can know something to be true and still try to balance both. It's still trying to have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, is what I'm getting from this Two of Pentacles. I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. I experience love wherever I go. I'm flexible and flowing. You're being a straight miser right now. Like, yeah, your person would never call you a bitch, but you are acting like a bitch right now. Your person would never say that to you. So don't get offended. Don't get angry. I think you lying to yourself at this point. Or this person takes it like you're not being all the way honest about something. You have to get real with yourself and figure out why you have that fear. And what I really feel like the authentic fear is, you want to make sure you're good enough. You got to deal with the fact that you don't think you're good enough, or you was made to feel like you was never good enough, and that issue, you might have dealt with it. Maybe you reacted to it in an emotionally intelligent manner by yourself. But your person a person is just like you, so they can read right through your bullshit, and they did. And I think it freaked you out. I think it did, and you ran. Like, what the fuck? How you gonna be like that and then run from it? You can't have it both ways with the Two of Pentacles. You can't have it and then try to stop progress. Are you as brave as you think you are? Why are you afraid? Like, what's bothering you? What it is? What? Talk to me. Your person is saying that it's okay to talk to me. It's okay to come to me. It's okay to tell me your fears. It's okay. Really, what they're saying is, it's okay for me to love you. It's okay that I love you. It's okay. Let me love you. And you can switch the roles how it applies, but it's okay for me to love you. Like, accept it. Whoever's doing all the running is the one who's afraid, who's dealing with a lot that you don't see on the surface. And now you got the point of having the person come in now is to wash that off of you, is to have the right support for that aspect of things. You're not made to just survive, and it's not that you're trying to. You want to live. So the point of the person coming in at this pivotal point in your life is now to get to be receptive of it, because that's stubborn with the Empress in reverse. You're not being receptive to You're not the one in control. You're trying to have control, and you're out of control. You are just like a emperor can be in reverse, so is an empress can be in reverse. That's out of whack. That's You're out of control, and it's okay that the climax is coming from your partner this time, not you. You deserve love. He's trying to tell you that. Your person know you hurting, and he or she is trying to tell you it's okay. I'm right here. You don't have to cry alone. I'll be right by your side to help you be strong. That's what I'm here for. So stop crying. I think you're somewhere upset now because you could feel like a total fucking failure. That was your fear in the first place. You feel like a failure. Your fear of failure needs to be addressed. It's one thing to acknowledge it, but it's another to actually do something about it. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to let it ruin your life because you have a fear of failure? Excuse me. I think it's time to take a break. Because one thing y'all do agree on is this person would have stuck through you through thick and thin, but you already know it's like your spirit won't allow you to show up incorrect. So now it's like you're taking matters into your own hands and you're not trusting what the Most High is telling you to do. Go anyway. I got you. You're supposed to leave that to me. When did you get so independent from me? That's hurtful. I feel hurt saying that. Because y'all was thick as thieves the whole time you was out there by yourself. Well, you wasn't by yourself if he was there, but when everybody was against you, you could do that fearlessly. Now it's time to do a partnership, and you don't know how. You don't trust. You have a fear of failure. You don't trust that. You don't trust that. It's like you can know it's safe. You don't trust that you won't fuck it up. It ain't that the person's gonna fuck it up. You don't trust that you won't fuck it up because you feel like this is a part of your life or a part of your makeup palette that could be addressed in a more productive fashion. But because you were so busy like monitoring your career, you wasn't peeping game about the monitoring spirits. The monitoring spirits is there because your husband is there or your wife is there. That's why they're there, and that's why they're working so fucking hard to make you feel like you're overreacting, you're being dramatic. It'll be fine. You don't jump into things too fast. Whatever is being told to y'all, one of y'all is being told, don't jump into it too fast. The other one is like, you're overreacting. You don't have to leave, kind of thing. Like it's real shitty energy around y'all. And one of y'all pick it up better than the other one. The other one is like so passionate and narrow focused about what they're trying to accomplish to create that space to keep all that shit away. They're not paying attention. It's almost naivety. It can be a little bit of naivety. But hey man, it's a discerning. Like you're overly discerning for no reason. Like let's your person said what now? Because your person is basically telling you to your third eye chakra. I won't say that to your face and make you cry. I'm never going to be the one to make you cry. But I'm going to tell you the truth. That, yeah, that's your soulmate. Well, we knew that with the Six of Cups. You know it, but it ain't hitting home. Like, you can accept it. It's like it took you a while to surrender to something that came right in its raw. With all these pentacles, it came to you in a tangible form instead of a spiritual one. So for a while you was picking up on it spiritually for a while, and it came to you physically, and it's like you didn't see it yet. You wasn't paying it no mind. Well, maybe God didn't want you. God was hiding this person from you in plain sight because you still had some stuff to overcome. You had to overcome some challenges. Five of Pentacles, you had to overcome some feelings of maybe some poverty issues, maybe some health restrictions for some, but really it's abandonment. Left out in the cold. You have to overcome that so you don't accidentally fuck over your person. That's what your person is saying. So very soon, on the bottom, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And when you made that decision, he came to you now. So this is a reminder, benefits a believer type of message. Like, he's here now. Stop being. I don't think you mean to be a jerk. I don't think so. But you came off like one. Yes, this is your person. I feel like you prayed about it too. Like, what you want me to do with this experience? Yes, this is what everything you think it is. Everything how it speaks to your soul in general is exactly what it is. Why is the Empress in reverse? Separation. You going through it. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. With this Empress in reverse, you pissed off. You're real pissed off because you feel like you did something bad. Like you real hard on yourself. Real fucking hard on yourself. Like, this is when we're talking about abundance and we're talking about wisdom. Wisdom is the first word. You can have knowledge, but don't have the wisdom on how to utilize it. So you had knowledge for a long time, and it's something you didn't quite master yet, where you can't practice the wisdom part, but you have the abundance side of it. Like, you're very educated, but this is where you being smart, so smart, you're playing stupid very well, in a sense. Like, if you're not mindful, that's exactly how you're going to look. Extraordinarily arrogant for no reason. And that person, it's not that the person was being arrogant with you. You could have thought the person was being arrogant with you. What they were doing was showing you where you're falling short. And time apart is on the horizon. Like, you just knew. You just knew. True love is on the bottom. This is the romance of a lifetime. That's why the Empress is in reverse. Because I feel like you actively went the other way. So the question is, like, what did you do that for? Now you got to deal with yourself as to why you did that. With the moon here. Let me read something. Satisfying emotional needs. I feel like you hot as a firecracker right now. Like, you pissed. Because the moon is a symbol for spirit. It represents the deepest eternal core of who you are and the interior world of your soul. It's your subconscious, which speaks through psychic revelations and bone knowing intuition. You knew, and you why what was so? It's because of them, that fucking monitoring spirits. Like, you're not even the type of person to play victim, but I do feel like you were not paying enough attention to the monitoring spirits around you, the empty spirits around you. They don't have the same structure of the soul as you, and you're paying for that because they got in. They got in somehow. With all your knowledge, you wasn't practicing your wisdom. It's the watery womb from which you came and sense of home. You know, it came and your sense of home and security. The moon is nostalgic and timeless depth, where she's tethered to the past. One or both of you could have Cancer, and your partnership, your seventh house is your partnerships. It could be Cancer, it could be water signs there, or you just have Cancer prominent, like in your Venus, or as well as the moon. And with her porous memory, like, she don't forget. She encodes your emotional response to life. You haven't, it may not bother you no more, but it's time you pardon instead of forgiveness. The difference between pardoning and forgiveness is pardoning is like it never happened. I feel like now you're asking for pardoning and not forgiveness. You don't want the person, you want the person to forget that ever happened. Just like the person was trying to tell you, forget those things ever happened, and you didn't listen. So your experiences is your emotional response to life and how you nurture yourself and others. And you've been pushing yourself too hard to the point where the angels are reminding you of periods of rest, of simply being, are not only allowed but vital for the alignment of yourself and your spirit. So this is God telling you, not so fast. Like, you ready, but you're not. You have the tools, but you're not ready yet. It's time to take a rest. and start to reflect on where do you feel most at peace, and where you feel most at peace is in your partnership. That's where you feel with this Six of Cups here, the soulmate very soon, true love, like you are, is worth waiting for. That's for sure. Divine timing is at work with your love life. That's why I kept these two kings. These are not two different men. This is the same person looking at you, watching you. Don't cry. So whether it's a cocoon in your home or a lovable place in nature, a nest, connect with your sanctuary. Like, who are you? You somebody who thrive in partnerships. You just as attached to your person as your person is attached to you. It didn't pay to push that person back about it just because you were disconnected from it. It just made the person realize, I'm reminding you that you need to reconnect with that part, so we can progress, we can go on this new journey. It can't happen if you're disconnected, focusing on the last phase of your journey. So my thing is, I feel like this the Most High coming to you saying He's going to give you, I feel like 28 days is significant. So within the next 28 days of you seeing this, it's going to be an experience where you have time to reflect on what you want, not deflect. It's time to really get off the fence about certain decisions and decide what you want so it can come to you now. Because that's exactly what Muhammad did. Peace and blessings be upon him. With his wives, when he felt like they were not being appreciative of what he came to the table with. So that's how your person feel. That's how I take it. And it's a thing where the same space they had is just as hard for them as it is for you. But they couldn't get your attention in the way that they knew how. But they listen to you and they pay attention to you, and they, let me put it in a way where that person understands it. So they put it in a way where you would have responded to it, and it worked instantly. You see what I'm saying? Know that this presence is your unshakable truth. It's like your inner mother, your boundless soul. Learn her language and your intuition and her honor above else. You can't leave your honor back there somewhere to go. It's like almost in a sense a sellout. Like you can't leave your honor. I'm not gonna watch you disrespect yourself. So if as long as you want to do that, I'm gonna just take a step back until you work through that and finish what you think you're supposed to be doing. So what you thought you wanted kind of blew up in your face in a sense. And now that's what God, he does that. He did that to you in a mysterious way where, okay, you can know something and be a little arrogant. You were a little arrogant about it. You was, because when I split the deck, you got the Two of Wands in the upright and the Lovers. You see that? This is your person. So I'm telling, this part. Like I'm not going through all this with you. I waited too long for you, and you're just being stubborn. Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles. That Two of Pentacles is here again. On the bottom is the Queen of Swords. Sometimes you act like it and sometimes you don't. So you could be operating from a split heart. It's like, so you in two minds about what you're supposed to be doing. It's like, I know I'm supposed to be doing that, but my desire is to be here. So like God said, is that as long as that's what you want, I'm gonna give you 28 days to figure it out. Because as long as that's what you want, I'm going to allow you to have it. Okay? But I will divorce you in the process of you having that thing. So you can have what you want, but you won't have my guidance while you're there. So that's a common sense thing to choose, to be with be with what he ordained for you, because you asked for it, and you can, for you to ask for something and work towards that something, you got yourself together for that thing, and then you act like it's not the right time, or you turn your back on it in some way or another, you pushed it back. That's hypocritical. That's what's making God upset. Perhaps repentance is better for you if you only but realize. And then you got the moon. Deal with your subconscious. Deal with your imbalances. It's going to create an imbalance. This is you being too fucking strict on yourself. Like, there's a great thing about your ambition and your drive is great. But if you don't stop living, it's like it's something in your subconscious that reflects the past. You're not in the past. The Seven of Wands. You did not value the counsel or the advice. The Seven of Wands is like, I don't want nobody's opinion but my own. You blocked it. You blocked it. So now it's blocked from you while you figure out if this is really what you want. I'm going to leave you alone with what you think you want for the next 28 days. And then we'll see what happens. I feel like somebody's heart is pounding because you got the world right here. So what I'm getting from the world being right here is we could be over. We could do this again another lifetime. But this is, I also feel like this is, if I'm referencing to Islam, the point of that the holy book, the Holy Quran, that serves as a final warning. That's your final warning. This is your final warning. Like, if that's what you want, if you want this, follow the guidelines of this. Because you've been given chance. I gave you a chance. And you keep choosing wrong. Somewhere you're not doing something right. If you're being warned like this, you're too close to all the monitoring spirits and you're not close enough to me. You keep choosing other things over me. When did you become so independent from me? So it may look like the person is talking to you like that, but that's really God using that person as a vessel to tell you you're tripping. Okay? This is a world card. The world card is a completion. You will stay right where you're at and you will not come back out of it. So you could be humble too. What else? You got the King of Swords again when I split this deck. And the strength is in reverse. Like, this person is head over heels. And you, this person weakness is like, I don't understand. Why why wouldn't you want what you know to be true? What's wrong with you? It's a what's wrong with you kind of thing. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this person. I don't know. Huh. You got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse going under this Queen of Swords. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The hell? Is the whole deck upside down? Yeah. Okay. You got the Ten of Cups under the Two of Pentacles. The Moon is under the Moon. Again. The Page of Swords is under the Seven of Wands. He's watching you be a whole jerk. And the Eight of Wands. Sometimes it's the Knights of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Sometimes can represent a Gen card for me. It's like you can have happily ever after, or you can have struggle. And you will get what you want. Regardless of what you choose, you will have everything that you want. So choose wisely. You got knowledge, but you're being ridiculous. You're not going to be that Empress in the upright. You're going to be with the rest of the monitoring spirits. That's what he said. With this Wheel of Fortune, is that table will turn against you. Okay, you're still dealing with some karma from the past. Okay, that's fine. I don't think he's angry with you. He's just excited. I think you're excited too. You just don't realize it yet. Like, it's taking you too long to realize it because you're blocked. Page of Swords is due diligence. It's also communication. Your communication is blocked from this person. The Moon on top of the Moon. Both of y'all are dealing with what's within the subconscious, or there's doubling down on you. And you got the Moon here 3 times. Sorry. The Moon is here 3 times. They right all under each other. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. You need to pick up what you put down. In a sense, I don't think you're full on like apostating from what you say you're all about, but I do feel like you messed up. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, the things you're struggling through. Attacks could be your psychic attacks, pain, fear. Okay, the biggest thing to me was fear and judgment. The fear and the judgment. How are you afraid to do what God told you to do? When He's been we've been preparing for this for so long, and now you're fearing judgment. I guess it's oh, to some degree people have concerns about what they're doing, but how you're handling it is not very integral. It's like not wise that you're trying to take matters into your own hands. Like, why are you going back into that egoic space? Any form of separation is merely calls for help. You created a separation because you need help through prayer and meditation. You do. You need to figure out why you're emotionally blocked with this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is like, yeah, the truth is this and the truth is that, but this also talks about your authenticity being in your heart space and your third eye chakra. Like you get those messages. You got my messages. I know you did, because I can tell by how you're moving. You got the message. Now your reaction. But what I also see is that the person is realizing what your natural reaction to you, what you thought you wanted. That is telling. That's very telling at the same time too. Like, your self-love turned into, it might be riddled with a little bit of anger that you have to fix. You got to fix that anger a little bit, because you're a person who chooses love every time. You're a person who chooses each other all the time. Okay? And it's a very valuable lesson to not forget who in the hell you are, and not let nobody, and just watch your boundaries. You can have boundaries, but you don't have boundaries. Like, you entertain monitoring spirits. Why are you doing that? You see what I'm saying? Like, you got the Wheel of Fortune upright over here, but then it's in reverse over here. So the fortune is not where you're choosing. The fortune is where you've been preparing to go all this fucking time. This King of Swords got butterflies there. That's transformation. So this person could be undergoing a transformation, and now is up. You got to give this person space to do that, because this person is not supposed to internalize your dumbass decisions. This person has to know they're a badass too. That's what I said. And then you got this Nine of Pentacles, is like overly materialistic. You're just overly independent to a fault where it's putting you into minds. Now it's not so independent now, because you're starting to become more codependent on your independence, which is now being weaponized against you with the Two of Swords right there. And then you got these Two of Pentacles here a couple of times. Juggling. When there's an uproar in the background. Look at the tidal waves in the background. And you're trying to juggle both. You're not going to be able to juggle both. The fact of the matter is, you're going to have to make a decision. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. You have to make a decision. But if you make that decision, yes, that is your soulmate. Yes, you will have the picket fence, the garden. You will have everything you've been working for all this time. So don't let nobody trick you out of it. Don't let nobody persuade you out of it, thinking that you got to sacrifice. That's the same trick that happened before. You didn't know it was a trick before. So you have knowledge of it, but you're not practicing the wisdom of it. So what did you learn all this time? Like, you learn how to fix how you feel about it, but you have to also object. You have to not internalize what people deflected off on you, their fears, their inabilities. That's not your fault. You see what I'm saying? Like, your success is not wrapped up in a space with monitoring spirits. It's just not. You're in the circle with them. Look, you're supposed to be on the top. You're gonna end up right with them, falling up. Look, because you know your power right now. But what you do with it, you have to practice the wisdom to fundamentally do the right thing. But if you do this, that's it for us. Do you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't help you. It's nothing I could do. So now it's like it's a riff in your chest. Like, wow, I don't want to hurt the people I care about the most, which is, and not even people, the Most High. Your fears are being called into question. It's like, you gonna disappoint us? When did you become so independent from me? Like, what was it that pulled you away from me? What was so intriguing about this worldly life with all these pinnacles that was on the board that you can pull yourself away from me? What was it? You know better. So where's your wisdom at? What happened? Where's the more? So you gotta deal with. You gotta pull back them layers and realize where that initial fear has come from. You have a fear of not being successful or something like that, or you choosing work over home, over building your home life. And a home life is such a broad interpretation that it's not just your house, for example, but it's your spiritual guidance. Like, you, that's not, nothing in this world is worth your spiritual capacity. That's your ranking is very high like that. I see the wedding card trying to peek out. I thought you wanted to be married. I thought the situation involves marriage. I thought that's what the Ten of Pentacles is. It's worth waiting for. So it's time for you to free yourself. It's time for you to take back control of your life, because you letting these motherfuckers play with you, and you're pretending not to know better when you are the Queen of Swords. So you have intelligence. And in fact, look, the King and the Queen of Swords is here, and this King of Swords is going to follow your lead. So if this person is forced to do it alone, you could be the catalyst to get this person's transformation going. And for the most part, it looked like the transformation is happening for that person. But why are you leaving yourself? It's not a self-sacrifice. It's like a big ass trick of the shaitan, where he's saying you can't have them both. You can't have them both, a booming business and a booming home life at the same time with this Eight of Wands and the world. That's a lie. That is a lie. You got Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles and the Moon. There's a lot of Cancer energy. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer energy. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups. The Moon is here 3 times. Like that. What you waiting for? Like, you scared to climax. So how you scared to you scared of yourself? Like, that don't even make sense. You're afraid of yourself now. Like, how you know what they say, how long can you look at yourself in the mirror? How long can you stand and look at yourself in the mirror? You acting crazy right now. You love your, like, you if you're, it's not like narcissism. It's like you've been stripped of something. It's something being siphoned from you because you're not recognizing where the wound is, and your person is telling you where the wound is so you can fix it. So you can just make it better. What is this? The Temperance. Oh, your person is trying to help you. Like, you can do this. I believe in you. So it could be a deep mother wound. It's whatever remains of your mother wound. I should have said this a long time ago in this reading. Like, it's a lot of mother energy here. So that's where the wound is. That needs to still be healed, because you're still in two minds about it. You still get flare-ups about whatever issues you have from your maternal bloodline. And that's what's being attacked right now. The Empress is in reverse. And your person could embody a lot of that motherly energy because he's showing you your higher self. Likewise, let me see. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Why? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. That's the mother one. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. The same space this person has is the same space you have. But the person has to realize that about you too. They're very patient with you. You need to be patient while you got 28 days. I keep hearing that. You have 28 days to decide what you want, so it comes to you now. Because once you decide, it's coming to you now. That Wheel of Fortune will be for you or against you. You're gonna be dealing with karmic. You're gonna be living in karma, or you rather take the 28 days and fucking deal with it. Okay. He fasted for 28 days. I mean, he refrained from her for 28 days. It's time for you to pay attention and do what's right for you. Do what's best for you. You don't forget, you're a badass, okay? You the shit. You know you the shit. You're being treated like you're the shit. And this is a pivotal point that everybody makes. It's like, is your man card going to be compromised? Or are you going to man up and take accountability? Because you got two kings on the board too, even though that's your person. It can also be you being called to not receive, not receive, not feel like you have to receive. It's a passive aggressive energy. I pick up with this Queen of Swords. But if you get when you get in the King of Swords, you remember who the fuck you are. And this Wheel of Fortune is next to this King of Wands and this Ten of Pentacles. So the proof is in the pudding. It's up to you. You got 28 days.